When you broke down your past to me, the number of past partners isn't what set off alarms for me. It was the fact that over years there wasn't a single gap that parted partners, links and guys that you would see. You were a revolving door of relationships. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. I don't say that to take the piss, but suddenly it started making sense, for real. You weren't in love with me. You were in love with the gap that you could fill. You were in love with how you wanted love to feel. You were in love with the idea of love, the one that could cover your insecurities up. I pray you learn to find peace in your own company, and you stop masking up your need for attention and savagery. I pray you find validation in yourself and what you could be, and date all the men you want, but only fall in love with the one that you need. I don't think you're looking for the right person to love. In fact, sometimes it feels like you're looking for someone to love you back. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. So when times get tougher, you're looking for him to save things. Well, in relationships, sometimes things happen, but you need to reach the finish line with the one that you stand with. But if you spend your whole love life piggybacking, when he's broken and he needs you to hold up the relationship in his emotional absence, well, you ain't gonna know what to do when he hands you the bat, and you wanna know why it's important to live your life before you find your partner, huh? Because you can't handle someone else's emotional baggage if the only way you know how to handle yours is to pass it on. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. Who are you? Because to invest so much time in a person means you inherit their likes, dislikes, and even how they word things. Are you strong enough in yourself to step into the world and say you know what you want as a girl? I want to know what part of your life wasn't influenced by an ex-partner. Which paths made you the woman that started this path before you started serving partners as masters? Your "if you don't do it, someone else will" attitude speaks for itself. Hence why you always look for someone better without bettering yourself. Girl, you're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. You insulted your exes by telling me they were insecure, but your insecurities are the only reason you're telling me you need someone at all. You find your value in how valuable they find you, in how many men you can boast about turning down, but the offering a crown means nothing if it's been offered around. Forget that for now. When he'd mess up, you tell him be a man. When you'd mess up, you blame everyone in your past on the character flaws that you have. Sometimes it doesn't feel like you're looking for a man. Sometimes it feels like you're looking for a... We've all had our hearts done, but I'm willing to bet £100 you blame your next breakup on your last one. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged, looking for a love life before you learn to love life. So when all is said and done, and you're together for a year, 10 or even 30 some, God forbid the worst and it doesn't work and you and him say it isn't worth it, hun. When he goes, you emotionally be the same age you were when you first begun, because you never grew up. You just piggyback love, so you never had to step on the earth on your ones. I'm scared you'll never know how to tell your daughter or son how emotions work without passing them on to a person they trust. I'm scared you'll never know how to divert through the worst without having to revert to someone. I'm scared you will never know how the world works without the words of the person you love. I'm scared you'll never know how to tell your daughter her worth is more than who's willing to court her first. Why you think you always accept the worst? Because subconsciously you need one of these to work to define your worth, so you accept the worst of behaviors until you can find someone you can treat as a savior. That's why all these relationships overlap, because you won't let one be over until you can go to another man. You're not looking for love. Sometimes it feels like you're looking for a dad. You want to know why your standards are bad, because you're giving men brownie points based on the fact they don't have the negatives that your ex had. Love is like a beautiful empty room that you fill with plants of memories, emotions, words, and sex of you and your partner from the day that you met. And as those plants die, you have to replace them again and again, and any room can get overfilled until the day that you can't take in the scent. It can go from feeling like your living room to a jail cell in the end. And the thing about jail is it takes you away from civilization until you release the chains that you came in with, and on the day that you're free, you'll mentally still be the same age you were when you met. Your need to want to be a wife is what you thinking you love men you don't even like. Girl, he's not great for you. He's just great for the time. Each man is a new experience. What worked on the last may mean nothing to the next, so I can see through your "what do you bring to the table? I bring the whole table" attitude. Don't tell me what you bring to the table. If everything you brought is from someone else's barbecue, please don't ever love just because you feel like you can't be loved. Please understand that being single doesn't mean that you failed. All your exes are not a reflection of your worth as a girl. You've got this. Dear Miss Savage, you may be emotionally damaged. Take a minute, live life, plan it. Take back steps, confide in friends and find support so you don't have to find it in random men. There's nothing wrong with being emotionally damaged, just as long as you accept that you are, work on yourself, and eventually you can go back to being a bad. Sure.